The country. We haven't seen the Huns for a long time. We were all in Geneva at the same time. They were our neighbors. Our children were friends of their children. I was a manager of a bank in Geneva. Now I'm working for a different bank in London. Our home was at Hampstead until last year. We're living in Sussex now. We had a lovely flat in Hampstead, but we weren't happy there. We don't like town life very much. We're happier in the country. The children have more friends now than they had before, because the people in the country are more friendly than the people in the town. Our life in town wasn't as pleasant as it is now. Saturday traffic. This might be the house they live in. No, Dad, that isn't their house. There's the house they live in. Look, there is Mr. Blake. Hello, Mike. How are you? Fine. And you? Not too bad. Where's Ian? He was in the garage a minute ago, but he might be in the house now. Would you like to go in? Where's Claire? She was here a minute ago. Here she is. Hello, Claire. Hello. Did you have a good journey? Yes, we had a very good one. What was the traffic like? It wasn't too bad. You were lucky. It's usually very bad at weekends. Something to eat. Would you like to sit in the garden? There are more chairs in the garden than there are in the living room, and it's not as hot outside as it's inside. Jan, you haven't got to stay here. Would you like to go for a walk with Simon? Good idea. Would you like to go for a walk, Simon? Yes, I would. Is anyone thirsty? Yes, I am. I'd like a cold drink. I'm not. I had a drink at cafe. Did you have anything to eat? No, we didn't have any food. We weren't hungry. Are you hungry now? I'm not, but Simon might be. He was hungry an hour ago, but he didn't have anything to eat. He only had a lemonade. There are some biscuits in the kitchen. Would you like a few, Simon? Yes, please. Can I have a few too, Mom? You had some this morning. Are you still hungry? Yes, I'm always hungry. All right, you can have 2 or 3. Have we got to eat them here, Mom? No, you haven't got to eat them here. You can take them with you. Thanks, Mom. I walk on the beach. Would you like to go for a swim? I can't go. I've got to make the lunch. Why don't you all go for a swim? I'm going to help Claire. You haven't got to help Claire. She does most of the work. I'd like to stay here. Well, why don't we go, Guy? What time have we got to come back? About 1. What a beautiful place you've got here, Mike. Thank you. We like it very, very much. It was terrible hot here last week. We had a picnic on the beach every evening. Yesterday the children had a party on the beach after dinner. They were in the water all the time. Can they swim well? Yes, they can. Very well. Would Simon and Jane like to spend next weekend here? I'm sure they'd love to. Sarah and I've got to go to Cambridge next weekend. How long have you lived here, Claire? Since last June. About a year. What is cold last winter? Yes, it was, but not as cold as Geneva. December and February were much colder than January. Did you have much snow? Yes. Of course, we didn't have as much snow as you had in Geneva. What about the other seasons? I think autumn was the most beautiful season. The days were clear and dry, and it's sunny and warm all the time. September and October were the nicest months, but November was terrible. We had a lot of rain. What was the last spring like? It wasn't very nice. May was nicer than March and April. March was cold and April was wet. What's summer like? Is it always as hot as this? It is. It wasn't last year, but the summer's been marvelous this year. Is August as hot as July? No, it's usually cooler and drier. It sounds wonderful. Guy might take a job in London and we might buy a house here. What a wonderful idea. Well, we might, but we might not. The beach. Would you like to go to the beach? No, thanks. It's too cold to go for a swim, but the water's warm in November. The waters might be warm, but the beach is cold. It was colder 2 months ago. I wasn't here 2 months ago, thank goodness. Work. Joe and Mary haven't got to work much now. Why not? They've got a lot of money. Joe is writer and Mary's a teacher. Can Joe write well? Joe can, but Mary can't. Does Mary teach well? Yes, very well. She's a very good teacher.